when it's been done. Every day I think about the trouble that I slid from. That's why I call a white man the devil, cause he is one. That's not a motherfucker, I think we should just forgive. That act right, gave a nigga reason to live. Give you extra if you take it back. Creep old Newport, I squeeze the cig.
Who's that peeping through my window? 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night. Who's that peeping through my window? 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night.
Where's the competition? I'm bored with it. Step it up or a board mission. I keep 2 fours with it. Or feel like a four hitter. This piece I'm adored with it, but you can get gored with it. You don't want to war with him. This hammer, I'm Thor with it. You pray for my downfall. Pray with him. Taking a shot and I'm keeping the score with him. But this ain't a game. Ain't no back and forth with him. So quick, I'm dressed to kill. You can tell how that forfeit him. If his ain't in him, that beef is takeout. That means it's your steak dinner. I grip the stick, hit the switch and make you switch gender. That stretch 5 is too much, I make you switch center. That pressure on you, call for God, you a chain center. A warlord, don't show no pain, just put that pain in her. A pillar in the shit, you know it ain't no change in her. It's legit if you see it in my name in it. It's I.S.U.P.K, nigga.
Who's that peeping through my window? 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night. Who's that creeping through my window? 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night.
Yeah.
Shalom, Israel. I'm gonna let this last track play out. We're gonna get right into it. Y'all go ahead
stand up and blaze the truth on any motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Drop something in the comment section. Let me know you there. We got Bruni.
Up at night, I never sleep. Contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving. Got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Was throwing honor to my dad's name. He died before he ever got to see you. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. So cold-blooded, but the hoes love it. Posted with the low stugging. At 15, I got caught up at the wrong spot. The cop tried to whoop me till my nose blooded. Now I'm fighting back. Suit up all my niggas in that black. Troopers with them killers in the cat. Catch me on the corner going hard with them motherfucking facts. Blaze on your bitch ass. Drop the truth for change, then I get cash. Bring it to the table, then we split that. It's that nation building flow to make the dead turn their neck like a whiplash. Now bury me a priest. Up at night, I never sleep. Contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving. Got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Was throwing honor to my dad's name. He died before he ever got to see you. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. I'm from the South and knew a trout up in Cornell. Met a nigga by the name of Darnell. The really ain't his real name. He put me on the work from the cartel. Bitch, I ain't a snitch. Never snitch. Then I hit my brother up, I got a lick. This right before the truth, that shit legit. We can ship it by the truck loaded. By in the summer, we gon' hit, nigga. Yeah. About to be the man on they bitch ass. Got green plus his hands on they bitch ass. Pop a rubber band on the bitch ass. The fuck a nigga saying I don't trick cash. Let's slow the car down while I ride down the I-95. Thinking about my daughter's eyes on some real shit. My partner caught a case, faced the time. What the fuck is going through a nigga's mind on some real shit? My daddy passed away while I was crying, but my pride won't let me keep crying on some real shit. Something gotta give, shit. Cause somebody gotta make it out these streets. You bury me a priest. Up at night, I never sleep. Contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving. Got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Was throwing honor to my dad's name. He died before he ever got to see you. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest.
All right. All right, shalom. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Yahweh Shema Thumba Shem Yahshua. What's going on? This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are not affiliated with any Israelite group, nor Christian organization, or any religious movements. Understand? We've been teaching the truth about the Bible since 1969 under Commander General YAHANNA. You understand? If you got any questions, feel free to ask. You know what I'm saying? If I'm able to, I will answer all questions. If I'm not able to answer your question, I will have I will ask your question to the captain over Florida, which is Captain Shawarya Allah. All right. So far we got Salaki, Princess Yakala up in here. You know what I'm saying? Sister, give that sister a hand. She got her name. You know what I mean? She been rocking strong up in I.S.U.P.K, Jacksonville, Florida, and she earned that name. You know what I mean? So that's Sister Yakala, the rib of Officer Kaz out of Atlanta. All right, and we got Sister Shayara, shalom, sis. Who else we got? Princess Ra'aha. You know what I'm saying? The trio, man, the faithful three. Y'all in class every day, you know, man, day in, day out. No sign first for that. All right, so you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure everybody's been watching what's going on in Black news. What's been going on with Kanye. At this point, we might as well start a segment called What Did Ye Say? This man is always saying something ignorant, right? Always got something to say, man. But listen, man, they say a broken clock is right twice a day. Wow. So, you know what I mean? Like that brother, sometimes he hits, sometimes he misses. You know what I mean? And if you've seen his past few interviews with the Breakfast Club, and I mean not the Breakfast Club, so like Drink Champs, and the other one, Tucker Carlson. You know what I mean? He's saying some things that are on the line of the truth. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? And big up to Captain Cesaria. You know what I mean? Because he's holding it down with that Clubhouse, and like what I've seen him do in Clubhouse is shaking up everything that this world is got going on. You know what I'm saying? Just by Clubhouse, like, and I don't even understand. I can't wrap my mind around how you can see that app, like see that you know, that pastime activity as a way to fish so hard. Like I couldn't see that. You know what I'm saying? I look at Instagram, I'm like, what's Instagram? It's pictures and videos. And you know what I'm saying? I just think, okay, I'm gonna put pictures up, I'm gonna put videos up. And it's brothers out there that are expert fishermen who can see an app like Clubhouse and go out and bring home some fish. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, so I just wanted to big him up real quick because I know he's doing a hell of a job. And you know, he's working with a brother named Whack 100. And in that interview with Kanye, Kanye mentioned Whack 100 a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Not that, you know, these people are very significant in the fact when it comes to what job we need to do, but it is showing that the word is getting out there. You know what I'm saying? And people don't listen to us. You know what I mean? People don't like to hear the prophets. So when your celebrity says it, like Kanye West, when he puts it out there and tells you what we've been saying since 1969, maybe you'll start to say, well, the I.S.U.P.K has been right since 1969. Yes, sir.
It's so heavy what you're saying, because I saw a video or a...
You got to unmute yourself, Salaki. I'll unmute you. Go ahead.
Okay, I saw something on the YouTube.
Right.
Kanye West was saying the brother is hurt. He hurt over not being there with his kids.
Right.
He hurt over, you know, the situation that he in.
Right.
And like he see it just like we see it.
Right.
He's so hurt about it. He hurt, you know what? He hurt just like every other brother in the ghetto is hurt.
Right.
When they lose their goddamn child. Right. When they lose their woman, when she go and whore on him or whatever, this, that, and the third, he's hurt just like that. So just imagine every other brother that is in the ghetto and hurt just like him, but don't have a voice. Like he's that voice.
Yeah.
And like he's busting it out. He said, you know, my son came to me and he said, you know, what about this and what about that? And he said, I can't say nothing because they took me out of the house. Like just every brother in the ghetto feels like that. Every brother on the reservation feel like that. Every brother in the barrio feel like that. And this brother was able to like bring out every other brother pain right in front of the whole world. You know what I'm saying? And that's how all, you know, Negroes feel. That's how all Hispanics and Native Indians feel, man. We want to be there for our children. We want a family. We want a household. But this society has jammed us up and took advantage of us and put us in a position where the woman is over the man.
Right.
She gets to make the decision whether if he stay in the house or not. She gets to make the decision whether if he's gonna be there or not. She gets to make the decision, you know what I'm saying, what is righteous and what is not. And in the Israelite school, the UPK, like that is not the case.
Right.
And here, the man, you know, is under Christ. Christ is under the Most High, and the woman is under the man. You know what I'm saying? That's the rank and order. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Give it up.
Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying?
And that's super heavy too. You know what I'm saying? You know it's in the scripture.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
it's like we spent 500 years running away from this book. Right?
Come.
We spent 500 years and got all the answers.
Come.
All the answers. Right?
Come.
So,
and it's so crazy. Like our women don't want to hear it though. Like we just imagine if, you know what I mean? Like if our women just fell in line.
Right.
Like I just came around the corner from trying to deal with it. You know what I mean? They don't want to hear it. I just pulled up to the school around the corner trying to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to hear us, man. They don't want to hear us. You know, they'll hear the white man because he got power. But you saying that morals over money, like, you know, Commanding General YAHANNA brought out not too long ago, they don't want to hear that, man. If you ain't got no money, forget your morals. You know what I mean? Forget what she say. Forget what you know what I mean? What spot I'm supposed to be in. You know, it's about money for them. You know what I mean? Like what you can do for me. How can I listen to you if you can't profit me?
right.
That is crazy, man. Like, and it can't be about that. It can't be about that. It got to be about, you know what I'm saying, the righteousness of the Most High God. And that's it. Forget about how you feel, what you think, what you want. It's about the righteousness of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? It's like
no sweat. Listen, like what you said earlier, you know what I'm saying? It's the way society has made it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like why do we dress the way we dress? Because of society.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we know that society has set it up to make us look this way to get what we want. We want a job. We want a woman. You know what I mean? Why do women want what they want? Because of society. They think that, like, you know, they think that a man with the biggest bank account is the fish that you need to catch. You know what I'm saying? That's the man that you should be with because he got a big bank account. But then turn around, he's a woman being. He's a child molester. He's every immoral thing you think of, but he got a big bank account. Right.
It's
society. You know what I'm saying? And if I could get Mark 3 and 27.
Mark 3.
In 20.
Mark 3.
Oof. You know, Christ was there. He was down. You might start at 24.
Okay, Mark 3 and 24.
23.
Okay, Mark 3 and 23.
3 and 24. Mark.
3 and 24. Okay, no sweat.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like this is how this kingdom is set up. We are in. There's another scripture. I won't pull. I'll just paraphrase it. The scripture says, "As for the Most High's people, children are our oppressors, and women rule over us." You know what I mean? Like we are being governed by people who are childish. We are being governed by people who have no morality. They do what they want to do. They sleep with what they want to sleep with, eat what they want to eat. They don't know anything.
And self-control.
Like another thing that people are saying that I want to dispel like right now, and I hope all people that's watching this hear the sound of my voice when I say the word nigga does not mean ignorant. You are ignorant if you make that statement. You know what I'm saying? Nigga does not mean ignorant, it means black, and your oppressor is the ignorant one. You understand? So if he's the ignorant, then how can nigga be ignorant? Because we are niggas. We are black. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call us. So we've been called since the Bible days, since Acts. You know what I'm saying? They've been calling us black. So if our oppressor is the ignorant one, what does that make us? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. The book of Mark, chapter 3, and verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself.
Let's start at 23, bro.
No sweat. Mark chapter 3 and verse 23. And if he called them unto him and said unto them in parables.
Right. Always speaking in parables. Why? Is he a nigga, man? And he is not ignorant. He is a black man who knows more than you. He knows more than your oppressor. He knows more than the Romans. You understand? And he speaks in parables because he knows that everybody will understand parables. You gotta be cut from a different cloth to understand what I mean when I say I'm about to get the crib. You know, I'm not about to tap my baby's the place with my baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I say shorty was bad, I'm not talking about a hyperactive child. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the Bible is written in Ebonics.
Right.
It's written in black code.
Right.
Christ spoke in black code. You name one demon, one devil who speaks black code. Right. I won't wait. Continue.
Like Christ. Mark 3 and 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan?
Yeah, how can Satan cast out Satan? They love to say, you know, I'm choosing the what is it, the better of two evils, or the lesser of two evils. Like they're still evil. You know what I'm saying? You can't cast out evil with evil. You can't cast out Satan with Satan. How you gonna put Biden in office to try to correct what Trump did? And they both the damn devil. You get what I'm saying? You can't deal with it, you know?
Verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself.
Just like America. You got Republicans and you got Democrats. You got left wing, you got right wing. And you got far right and you got far left. Everybody's divided. There's no equality. I don't even know where they get this whole idea of equality from in America because nobody's equal. You know what I mean? You don't even have equality in your politics. And you damn sure we got equality in your house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The man is the ruler of the house.
Right.
He's called the head of the house.
Right.
And a woman is supposed to obey him.
What you said is heavy because, like, even Esau, he has it set up. So when you file taxes, guess what? There can only be what? One head. There can only be one head of the household. Ain't no 50-50. No. Ain't no woman in men. It's only one head. Hey, well, they better get with it. They better get with it. They better get with it.
I tell you, they being left behind. Man.
Yeah, better get with it, man.
And listen, Kanye West is 53 years too late. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't got the truth. He don't got it.
No, he ain't got.
You know what I'm saying? Like how you told Sway got the answer. Kanye West ain't got the answer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He getting all, he already got all that. Now you need to get it fired. Come sit down in these classes, mop some floors every now and then, and learn how to be a Christian artist.
If I may, like I feel like what he's doing is almost like when Christ told his disciples, "Don't worry about John and his disciples, or John and his followers. Let them do their thing." Because at the end of the day, all they're gonna do is show where the truth is at. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye is doing, the Lord making him go through that and do all this and show out and act crazy, and we think it's something crazy. But the Lord is, you know what I mean, making this thing happen to like niggas are gonna say, yeah, Kanye is saying this, he ain't the truth, but where is the truth? Like, I see what he's saying, but what's the, like, he unstable with it. Where is, you know, where can I go and be stable in what he's saying? And the only place they're gonna find that is right here in the, you know, I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because like now is the time that you realize where the truth is.
Yeah.
Because you have all of these so-called celebrities, the rich of Israel, who are saying these things.
Mm-hmm.
They confirming that what we've been saying is right.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate, but the evidence shows that our people only listen to the rich.
Yeah.
They only listen to the popular.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't listen to the wise. They don't listen to the you know, the people that are saying everything you don't want to hear.
Right.
They're gonna listen to even Kanye. He can't tell you the whole truth. Like, he can't just say
Right. He can't break it down. Right.
We the Israelites.
Right.
And everybody else is leaders.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? He can't do that because he knows that his career is on the line. His livelihood is on the line. This is why this is not his job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The best he can do. Christ said it is easier for a rich man. Sorry, it is easier for a camel to get through the eye of the needle than for a rich man to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not impossible.
Right.
But it's hard. You know, try to get that camel through that.
Yeah, but if I could, like, this is what you're saying, you know what I mean? Like, the heaven's gonna come, but not by the rich man. Right. It's gonna come by the men that came from Nazareth. The men in the Israelite school of UPK that came from the ghetto, the barrios, and the reservation. That's where heaven, Christ, you know what I mean? That's where it's gonna come from, not from the rich man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said earlier, you know what I mean? Like, the Lord is using them, you know what I mean, to make what he needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? To wake up Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to see what is going on in the earth. You know what I mean?
Okay. If you could continue, Brother Shep.
Yeah, no sweat. The book of Mark, chapter 3, and verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, the kingdom cannot stand.
Right. The kingdom can't stand, man. That's why this place is bound to fall. And guess what? Just like that, just like America is divided within itself, what does that say about the black household when it's divided against itself? What does that say when that black woman bucks up against her black husband? Or that Latino woman bucks up against her Latino husband? You know what I'm saying? The Native Indians. What happens when they're divided against? Same thing. Can't stand. That's why you see so much divorce in America, if they ever get married at all. You know what I'm saying? According to Esau. Of course, we know that sex is there. But if you look statistically, according to Esau's document, 75% of marriages end in divorce. They don't last. Why? Because the house divided against itself cannot stand. This is why we teach black love we teach black and brown love in the I.S.U.P.K. We teach a woman to stay with her man. If you lay down with that man, you have to stay with that man. Same thing with a man. If you lay down with that woman, you gonna stay with her. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that she could ever do to make you leave her is to go out and be a whore and have sex with another man. You know what I'm saying? If that's not the case, and Lord willing, that is never the case. You know what I mean? If that's not the case, you stay with her. Y'all stay together, man. because we are not going to divide our houses. We want to we want to have unity. That's why the Most High gave us, like you mentioned, He gave us a rank. He gave us the Most High, then there's Christ, and then man, and then the woman. As long as we stick to that, we're gonna last forever.
Mark chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house,
Salaki, my bad. Before we get to the house, goes the same for black people and brown people. It's not just about the house that we live in, you know, and the woman and the man together. What about us as a family? What about the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Native Indians, the Haitians, the Natives, all of these brothers and sisters who feel like we are equal? You know what I'm saying? The Crips and the Bloods. We are all divided against each other. So how can we stand? When they kill one of us, yeah, we get together and march against what's in. The same people that divided us, the same people that Christ dead in the streets in the first place. How are we going to ever unite together if we keep joining in with the people who want to see us separate?
right?
That is not how we make a household stand.
Right.
So, like, real quick, we start with Chance. That man Chance rocking the field, man. You keep that. I'm serious in the truth, man. Resign the warrior.
That's right.
How about some y'all that are humbly up? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we were to come together as a people, we would watch this nation fall overnight. If we came together tomorrow, like imagine if black people never celebrated Halloween again. You know how much like we the ones that stimulate their economy. We the ones pumping our black dollars into the white economy. If we took all of our black dollars back and started buying everything black, this is why like, I'm not mad at $300 on Yeezys, because at least that's a black man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at brothers spending $80 on those blue shade bottles, because at least that's a black man. So if you're going to wild out and do crazy things with your money, at least do it with a black man. I would be more wise than that. You know what I'm saying? But if you got it, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do your thing. But at least it's shopping black. You know what I'm saying? At least we're keeping that black dollar black, that brown dollar black brown. You know what I mean? Instead of giving away all of our money. This is why, like, when we talk about reparations, giving black people reparations is only going to do one thing. It's gonna make America.
Right. Dave Chappelle made remember that Dave Chappelle? I think he made it like a thing where like they got reparations and everybody got a caddy or whatever. Yeah. They get right back to
it. Like that. There wouldn't be no point in giving us like they might as well just like it's like okay, do we give black people money and risk them actually have some sense and not give us that? Or we just keep it for ourselves? Just keep it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't expect them to ever. I'm not asking them.
Right.
I'm not asking them to give us the reparations. We wouldn't know. We wouldn't give it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We would the plan that could change everybody's way of life, and I mean everybody, not just black people.
Right.
Listen, I.S.U.P.K will change the way of life for every nation on the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And because of this book right here. This book was written and documented with the record of the Israelite rulership in captivity, showing us what happens when we have our righteous place in the earth, and then we fuck the system. When we do our own thing instead of doing what the Most High tells us to do. You know what I'm saying? We have rulership over here, and everything is in perfect alignment. The heathens are happy, and we happy. You know what I'm saying? We in rulership, and they in slavery. But it's the way that life always is. You have a predator and then you have a prey. You know what I'm saying? You have the food and then you have like the meat. You need food to live. You know what I'm saying? Something has to die in order for something else to live.
Right.
It's called a circle of life.
Right.
You know what I mean? And right now, often the shot loves to say we need a revolution. We need to bring this revolution full circle. And make this thing go all the way back around. Like you get jammed up like halfway around the revolution. Like on one end, black people are like, we need a revolution. Black lives matter. And then on the other hand, like, you know, white lives matter too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, but how does that help us? How does that get us to get back on our level? Because they on the level. They got their own level. How do we get on our level? Because this is being at the bottom is not where we're supposed to be, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have divided, and that's what made this house fall.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. Mark chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself,
if your house ain't unified, your house, the place you lay your head at be unified. If the house of Israel is unified, if your place where you lay your head at ain't unified, what happens?
that house cannot stand.
That house cannot stand, man. There's no stability in your house. This is why you got the black man getting kicked out the house every 30 minutes. You gotta go sleep on his couch. That don't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't sleep on my couch.
Right.
Why don't you go find a couch you can sleep on since you want to kick people out? You know what I mean? It should be a ranking order system. Are you mad? Well, listen, I'm the head of the household, so I get the bed. If you mad, you can go sleep on the couch. And we gotta learn how to stop being peons, for lack of better words, man. You black man, y'all gotta stop being so soft with these women, man. You still gotta be soft with them. You still a delicate queen. You still gotta have some mercy on them. But you gotta stop. It's what you'll do for that sweet soft man. Now you can't be I want to say the word. I'm refraining from saying. You can't be such a B word. You know what I'm saying? When you're a woman, you gotta take control. I don't know no woman that like a man to be under her. You know what I'm saying? Controlled by her. You know what I'm saying? She's the dominant one. I don't know no man. That's just not fetish. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? A woman wants a man who knows how to take control. She might not know it. She might not be like, yeah, I like to do that. You gonna see. You start taking control. They can take control. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you out. So like,
help them out. Get them right. Get them right.
But you know what I mean? It's just, you gotta take a stand. Otherwise, your house is gonna fall, man. Right. You gotta keep that house unified. And if she don't want to be with you, man, don't choose her. If she don't want to be up under you and let you control her, man, let you take control of that house, then don't choose. You gotta learn how to turn down some box, man. You want to say something?
No, yeah, what you're saying is heavy. You're right on it. You know what I mean? Like the house, like it goes beyond. Like it starts with you being, head of your immediate house. The black man, Hispanic, Native Indian man, controlling his house. But this house is like a whole family, like the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole house.
Right.
Mexicans can't hate niggas.
Right.
Niggas can't hate Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans can't hate Cubans. You know what I'm saying? If the house, is divided, how it's gonna stand? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what, Commanding General YAHANNA, like you're saying, is, trying to bring blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians together. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Like this whole family, this whole house, man, like we came out of slavery together, we went into slavery together, and we're gonna come out of slavery together again. You know what I mean? Not divided.
That's right. That's right. That's why Commander General YAHANNA has cookouts all over the country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Reaching out to brothers and blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? I've had the honor to be at a few of them. You know what I'm saying? Like New York, where it's like you go out there, and of course, New York is diverse, man. You got all types of tribes. You know what I mean? Just like in Florida, we had the Passover here last year. You know what I mean? And it's amazing to see how many brothers and brothers and sisters can come together, no violence, no theft, no you got no worries. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the brothers on Shamar keeping everything in order. You know what I mean? And it's just like how many people can say that they can see that? That they see that, you know, whenever they go and do a gathering. You know what I'm saying? They fighting in the churches. You know what I'm saying? They can't even hold their peace in the churches. You got Sister Patty beefing with Sister Shirley. You know what I'm saying? You got this pastor beefing with that pastor. They can't get along in the churches, let alone in these streets. You know what I'm saying? At the family reunion, at the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, the club is notorious for being shot up. Because we're divided, man. We gotta have some unity. We can't keep fighting against each other. We gotta. It's one day we have to come together, and that's somewhat what Kanye was saying. He was trying to get there. It's like we gotta give him a little bit of a push, man. He don't need that push if he come up in I.S.U.P.K. But that's what he was. I'm gonna play some of the interview in a short while. It's like he was trying to get there, but he still had white supremacy.
Yeah, there's only one truth.
Right.
Right here, you know what I mean? If you ain't under Commander General YAHANNA, you ain't in the truth. That's just it. Period.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
So we gotta get, then that's what we're doing is bringing this house together.
Right.
It's ending the division of this house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, like we're reading right here.
Mm-hmm. The book of Mark, chapter 3, and verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself, and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end.
Let them be divided, man. Let these devils be divided. Let them have a, like Kanye West. I'm not trying to harp too much on Kanye West, but he's just such a good example of what not to do as a Hebrew Israelite. What he proclaims to be. As an Israelite, you should not be getting in the mix of Esau's politics. Let them be divided. You know what I mean? Why don't we come together? You know what I'm saying? Like, if Satan be divided against himself, it's like if Satan be divided against himself, he cannot stand. But at the end, that's what's happening, man. Look at Russia, Ukraine. Look at Putin and Vladimir. They the same damn nation. They literally the same nation. And they are divided against each other, blowing each other up to the rings, killing each other every day. Let them be divided. The Lord is trying to show blacks and Spanish and Native Indians that it's time to come together.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, just like, you know, that's like what happened at the Capitol.
Thank you.
You know, it's like the Lord, right. Like you said, the Lord is trying to show Negroes, this is not how you want to be.
Right.
Like, don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, so that's, you know, that's just heavy. You know what I mean? I love to bring up, you know, Ukraine, Ukraine, and you know what I mean, and Russia, and you know, these black supremacists against, you know, the U.S. government. You know what I mean? Like that is, you know what I mean? Like that house divided cannot stand. So blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, like you said, got to come together. You know what I mean? Like the Lord is trying to, like, we got to see it. It's just we got to see it. We gotta, you know, we gotta heal to it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta say, okay, I see what it is. I mean, and you know, go ahead and get down with it. You know what I mean? Instead of fighting it. You know what I mean? Because it's plain as day. You know what I'm saying? It's plain as day.
Put that pride to the side.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
All that pride. That's the one thing that's jamming us up.
Right.
Pride.
Right.
You can't put on the
what they say. You know, pride, right, comes before destruction, and that is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's us. Like, we so proud, we rather be destroyed than to get right. You know what I mean? Like, but, you know, man, it's rough to see us go through it, and you know what I mean? Like, go the hard way. See, you know what I mean? Like, to know that all we have to do is this and that instead of going the hard route. You know what I mean? Like, just It's rough, man.
It's like your father who knows that you about to be jammed up, and he don't want you to be jammed up. So he trying to tell you, don't do this. You want you, son. What you, daughter?
Yeah.
You don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You want to learn how? You want to learn hard.
Yeah.
Let's show them that after we learn hard.
Mark chapter 3, verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house.
No man can enter into a strong man's house. You know what I'm saying? This is not a weak man. This is not someone, listen, there's protection when you have that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man in that house. There's protection there. I've seen this video online, you know what I'm saying? Not to get too sidetracked. I seen this video, and there was this bear about to attack the house's puppy. The bear is running after this puppy in the yard, and the woman don't know what, she was shrieking and screaming, and she about to run in the house, but she cared about her dog, of course. And she wanted to make sure the dog is straight.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, so she running and screaming and trying to do something, you know what I'm saying?
I couldn't believe it when I saw her run behind that goddamn bear.
I'm like, okay. What she got going on? But she tried.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But eventually, guess what? That Latino man came out of that door and went down. There's the bear off. Listen, man. You want a happy one, man? It ain't happy white happy black. You know what I'm saying? It's unified happy life, man. You know what I'm saying? That starts with having rank and order. You got that man, let him be the head of the house. And you women, you just do what the head says. You follow his order if he's the right man. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, you shouldn't be with a man who don't believe is righteous. So, go follow his orders. If you feel like you can't listen to this man because he ain't ish, then you got with an ain't ish man, and that's your fault. Now you got to deal with it. You know what I mean? You are to keep that man in your house and let that man be a man. You understand? Especially if you see one of these men in the I.S.U.P.K. Listen, you women are blessed. You have a husband in the I.S.U.P.K. Straight up. You are blessed. You have what most women can't have. You understand? Because society has divided everybody. Society has made us all. This is why it says if no man can enter a strong man's house, right? But there's a catch. Here's what happens when you no longer have a strong man. Good.
Mark chapter 3 and verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods.
What does it mean to spoil his goods? All right? It means that you are taking advantage of what he has. You are now taking it for yourself. It's like when they talk about pillaging and plundering and spoiling the land, it's talking about taking things that don't belong to you.
No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man.
He will first do what?
Bind the strong man.
2 million black men in prison.
Right.
Black and Hispanic men in prison.
Right.
He did what?
Bind the strong man.
Crack epidemic taking over the black and Hispanic community. He did what?
Bind the strong man.
Man, that's the only way that you can spoil a strong man's house. Is if you bind the strong man. You know what I mean? When you think about what happened to us during the 80s and the mid-90s, you know what I'm saying? How they kicked our doors in and dragged the man out. How they put our sister on welfare benefits and told her that she can't have a man in the house if she wants to get help. First of all, at that time, you tell me if I'm wrong, at that time, it wasn't likely for a woman to get a job in those days. Am I wrong? Like, women didn't really have jobs like in the 70s and the 80s.
Right, it started in like the 60s, 70s, you know, like the feminist movement.
Right. The feminist movement was about letting women get jobs.
Yeah. Putting the woman over the man.
Yeah, that's really
Teaching the black women she don't need a man. She don't need a husband.
exactly. That's what it was all about. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, the oppressor is not trying to make sure that women have a fair shake. No. They were trying to bind up the strong man. That's the whole purpose in life. Because when you look at their households, like you brought up earlier, and they signed their paper, they signed it.
Right.
When the white man says head of household, you understand? There's another example. When they get married, who name they get? When they get legally married, that woman takes on the man's name.
Right.
Ain't no equality in that.
Right.
We don't be married.
Yeah, they like he take her name and she take his name too. You know what I mean? Like he becomes John Smith Jr. or John Smith Johnson. He becomes, Eric, Karen Johnson Smith. You know what I mean? Like you take my name and that's it. Right.
That belongs to your
Right.
father. You know what I'm saying? And then the kids get my name as well. Because they understand the rank and order in their society.
Right.
Understand that the man is the head of the house.
Right.
Then comes the woman, and then comes the children. We the ones that got mixed up in the whole feminist movement. You know what I'm saying? And now we are in 2022, and now transsexual women have more rights than women.
Crazy. Like we brought out last night in the Officer Thor Shah, you know what I mean? What does the DNA say? You want to be called a woman, you was born a man, but you want to be called, you want to have your own pronoun or this, that, and third. What does the DNA say?
They're gonna dig up when you die, they're gonna dig up your bones, do a bone marrow sample, and you'll be like, oh, this is
right. What does the DNA say?
Hey, look, these are the bones.
Right, but then he brought it out like, okay, so what does the DNA say about us? We are the Jews. You know what I'm saying? That's what the DNA say. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying?
But they're not gonna
that's
tell
the
you.
house. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, Christ.
That's right. I mean, we have to realize that there is a way to live. Right. And like it's been so swept under the rug about how to behave in this society, being Israelites. We looking at dummies for advice. We looking at drug addicts for advice. We think that God is using the drug addict. God is using the thief. God is using the life to tell us what He wants. How, Sway? You don't have the answer. I.S.U.P.K.
Right. No, that's it. Mark chapter 3 and verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house. Oh, that's right.
You still in there? You still in there, right?
Yeah. Thing just died.
I'm still there, right?
All right. Yeah, you still good. Well, you froze, but okay. Ready? Yeah. Okay. Mark chapter 3 and verse 27. No man. Okay, no sweat. Mark chapter 3 and verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Verily, I say unto you, all sins shall be forgiven unto the sons of men.
Right. All right, you can drop that. You know what I'm saying? That's how our oppressor got that name. he threw us in prison, got us hooked on drugs, made us sin against the Most High. You understand? Made us continue to sin against the Most High. When you think back to slave days, we was in hard bondage in America. You understand? The things that they made us eat went directly against the Most High. That's how That's how they know that we the Israelites. Otherwise, why would you go out your way to make sure we eat what's unlawful to the Most High? You understand? Why would you go out your way to make sure we did the things that went against the Most High? Everything that happened to us, every punishment, every torture, was to go directly against what the Most High did. You understand? A man can't lay down with a man. That's what they rape out. They rape out little boys. You understand? They took a man who had a wife, took his wife, and made her his concubine. You understand? Right in front of his face. They did these things purposely because they know that we did. And they have the blueprint. They know exactly what the Lord said not to do for us to keep, you know what I'm saying? So we keep our kingdom. And they read it and gave us the word, the slave version of it, and told us that this is what you gotta do if you want to get into heaven. This is how you gotta live if you want to get into heaven. So that's what they taught us. You know what I'm saying? So once I come back in,
Sound like the white man is a deceiver that the Bible speaks of.
sounds like it. Exactly what it sounds like. But the whole time he wants you to believe that you're not the Israelite, that you're black, that you're African American, that you're, what they call it, Negro, that you're Mexican, that you're Puerto Rican, that you're Dominican, that you're Indian, savage. They want you to believe that you're everything but an Israelite. And then when you come out and say that you're an Israelite, now you're anti-Semitic. Well, guess what, David? I am the Semite. You know what I'm saying? You're not. They're not the Jews. We are. You're not the Israelites. We are. So why can they say it? Why can all oppressors say that he's the Israelite and not be called anti-Semitic? But we can't. Yeah, this thing going kind of slow. I need to pull that laptop.
Yeah, this laptop here is gonna have me jammed up.
It cut back on, but it's picked up and load back up.
Oh, okay.
It is neat. And another thing, they don't hold
What else you want to get into?
I'm trying to play the Kanye West.
You want to play the Kanye West video? The one when he said, when he was in there telling, what was he saying? About how his son is a certain age.
Yeah, I wanted to get that part too. Well, no. The part I wanted to get was where he was basically saying that we gotta come together. We gotta, like, I like the fact that he was talking about how they try to take his kid, like his stepmother or mother-in-law tried to take the kids from him, or did take the kids from him, and then he didn't know where they were. And he said that nobody said nothing. Nobody stood up on not Noriega, who was on the podcast. And nigga, hey, look, the brother is old. Like he definitely not the one to hold his tongue about certain things. You know what I'm saying? He sat on that man's show and checked him and said, you ain't say, like, he ain't directly checking him, but when you listen to what he's saying, he checking him. Like, yeah, if you say you love me, man, when they try to take my kid from me, you need to back me up. You need to be on it. Like, oh, you're not gonna do this today, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's honorable.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was like, it was crazy to me, but he was like, all these, young Jewish kids that buy my shoes, that listen to buy my music, this, that. You gotta ask your parents, why is Ye mad?
Yeah.
What did y'all do to Ye to make him, you know what I mean? Like, right. Yeah.
He's killing them, man.
Yeah.
And that's so true. Like, because they, like, you gotta understand.
And then he went into it. You buying this grown man's house. You took me out the house.
Yeah, he's straight up said it.
Straight to it. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm like, of course I know he's not in the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like the points he's making. It's like, yo, he got a point.
That's what I'm saying. The Lord is using, you know what I mean, John the Baptist.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, Christ said, leave him alone. Let them do their thing. All it's gonna do is show that where the truth is at.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he is saying everything we say, he breaking down, but he don't have like the whole total package.
That's right.
The package is right here in the Israelite school of UPK. You know what I mean? Like that. This is where it's at. You know what I mean? You ain't heard something, this, that, and the third, but he ain't real enough to get in all black and come into class, pay his tithe, and say, "Con, I don't want con."
Right.
Okay. Well, if he's not good enough to do it, maybe you are.
Right.
Average black man in the hood that's going through the same thing now that Ye's saying he's going through. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you are, Hispanic, Native Indian man that's going through the same thing that Ye is going through, but he's got the platform to say it and you don't. You know what I mean? Like, come into the school, you know what I mean? Like, universal practical knowledge, and use your voice. Be able to amplify your voice like Ye did. How do we amplify our voice?
We go out on the streets.
We go out, on the street corner every week, and we cry aloud, and we tell the white man to his face that he is the devil, that he is dividing our house, that he is, the oppressor, and we tell him every week, and we do not have to, recant anything we say. Right. You know what I'm saying? We stand behind what we say under command of General YAHANNA and the, I.S.U.P.K, and you know what I mean? Like, this is where real black men are. This is where this is the foundation of the house that is going to stand when Christ returns. You know what I'm saying? This is the foundation of the Israelites right here in the UPK. Okay.
Right. And that is why we don't have our identity. Like that is just why we don't have identity as a people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we chose not to listen to the Most High's prophets.
Right.
So we chose rather to make fun of the men that we see on the streets dressed in these righteous garments. You understand? But we rather listen to the celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
And listen. Here's where Kanye West learned what he knows from. Israelite school of practical knowledge. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? Google it. Put it in your Google sheet. You understand? If you want to talk about cancel culture being blackballed, there's nobody more blackballed than I.S.U.P.K. Straight up.
That's right.
So I'm gonna play this part of the interview because you know it is pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to hear from us, maybe you'll hear from Kanye to the West. He ain't one West. He ain't one West.
It's West.
This is West. So let's hear it. You can reach your mic.
Muted?
Yeah, muted for a second.
Oh, okay. Yes.
On the Black voice, whether it's through us wearing a Ralph Lauren shirt or it's
so this brother's about to talk about how
then when I put up
how he without saying it, he's saying that he's being oppressed by the Jewish community. Jewish, and I like to point out that he's making a distinction between Jew and Jewish when he speaks. You know what I'm saying? When we play it, I'm gonna play it later on. But this part right here, he's just talking about how he's being oppressed by the Jewish people. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna just have to play it on my laptop. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it. All right, shalom.
the DEFCON tweet. Now he ain't releasing the T because he's Jewish. And I'm like, see, this is my exact point that I'm making. Like, Jewish people have the flip on Supreme, where the guy that used to work for me, Tremaine, is now at Supreme. And, you know, we can go further into that. The main point is, so I took it over to Doug Charney at LA Apparel, and he founded Los Angeles Apparel. So then we made the White Lives Matter tees, and then when I put up the tweet, the DEFCON tweet, now he ain't releasing the tee because he's Jewish. And I'm like, see,
now that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, they don't want you saying anything about them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to, okay, how do I put it? You cannot say that they're not Jews. You cannot say that they're not the Israelites, because then they'll blackball you. They'll blacklist you. They'll cancel you. You understand? They'll tell you that you're being anti-Semitic, right? But we are the real Jews. We are the Israelites. And when you say that we're not the Israelites, that's anti-Semitic. Well, at the same time, don't we have a freedom of religion? Don't we have the freedom to say, hey, I'm a Jew too? Don't we have that freedom? Because Ye is not saying that he's the only Jew. He's not saying that we're only the Jews. You know what I'm saying? He's saying that we're Jews too.
Right.
That was his whole point.
I heard it. And I was like, man.
Yeah, man. It was hard to watch. But he's not even saying that that black people are only Jews. Right. He's opening it up like, okay, we Jews too, right, being politically correct and stuff, and they don't even like that. So you telling me that?
Go ahead. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what that reminds me of? What you're saying? It's like saying, I'm an American.
Yeah. It is. It's the same.
I'm American.
Yeah, I'm American. I'm one of y'all. I'm a Republican.
Yeah. Oh, he says, accept me.
Yeah.
Accept me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, accept me into your power structure.
But you know what, Austin Shot? That's the reason why he wore the hat. That's the reason why he wore the White Lives Matter shirt.
Right.
That's the reason.
Just said, accept me into your power structure.
Yeah. Just bring me in. Yeah.
Let me in.
Let me in.
Like, mad. You know what I mean? Let me in.
Yeah.
What do I have to do?
Right.
I said, like, White Lives Matter.
Right.
I said, white people are, I'm a Jew too. I'm like you.
Right.
I'm just like you.
Accept me.
Yeah.
That's all
Let
black.
me in.
That's all black people want to do.
Oh, he wanted to say, you know, oh, he wanted some of that money.
Yeah.
All of that power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all he wants.
He
He's
says,
not really for black people.
No.
Like the man
Oh, no.
YAHANNA is.
Right.
He just wants some of that, you
That's
know.
right.
That he just wants some of that good, that paradise, some of that good living. You know?
Yeah.
He's, come on, man, let me in.
Yeah.
Why y'all won't open the door?
Come on.
Why is the door locked when it comes to me?
Right.
Come on, I've done everything.
Right.
Ain't no telling what he done.
Listen, I only
Yeah,
marry
no
white
telling
women.
what he done. Ain't no telling how many times and how many positions.
Oh, wait.
You know what I mean? Like, and he's upset. Like, nigga, I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
Why can't you let me in?
He made a statement before. He said he sold his soul to the devil.
Yeah, he's done it.
He's done it.
He's done it. And he's mad.
He ain't getting part.
Why have I done all these things and you won't open the door?
Right.
I'm knocking on the door. I've turned around. I flipped it. I've done this. I've done that. Why won't you open the door?
Right.
And he's mad. And like, that's where his whole thing is. His thing, like, that's why we can't get, you know what I mean? Like, we can't get distracted by this. You gotta come into the truth, the real truth, the hard truth, the strong truth, you know what I mean? And follow the rank and order like you was bringing out earlier, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Christ, the man, the woman, you know, the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only, in this house.
Right.
Not the other house. You're not
right.
Right.
This house. This is the house. This, because I don't live at the Johnsons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not my house.
Right.
I can't have no say in that house.
Right.
I can't have no rulership in that house.
What's the Jewish thing?
Oh man, the Roethlisbergers.
Live in that house, you know what I mean? Like, why you knocking on their door?
The Burgerstein.
Right. You know what I mean? Why you knocking on their door?
And you know what? He done knocked on everybody's door.
Yeah.
Everyone. He done knocked on the Republicans' door.
Wow.
He done knocked on the liberals' door. He done knocked on everybody's door.
Wow.
What about your house, man?
Wow.
What about your damn house, man? Wow. You understand? Like what? And then you know what? The brother Nori, he asked him a question. He asked Kanye West. He said, well, there's, you know, like they did the whole George Floyd march, right? And they televised that. But you know, I'm from Chicago, and this happens all the time. Why they don't televise that? Nori said, why don't you televise it? And he had no answer. They had to rush past that. They had to rush past that. What do you say?
Wow.
What do you say?
Right. Wow.
It hurt. It had to hurt.
He said it. I was like, oh. I felt it for him. I was like,
what? I was like, I was actually waiting to hear his answer.
Wow.
Because I'm like, what do you got to say? Yeah, they have to.
That's what Commander General YAHANNA said.
Yeah.
He said we shouldn't just, you know, say something when the white man killed us. We should say something when we kill each other.
That's right.
Commander YAHANNA been saying that forever, man.
That's right.
He been saying that forever.
Right.
We should say something when we kill each other,
right.
Not just when the white man kills us.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's wow.
Well,
like,
that's what he hit him with.
Like, wow.
Yeah, he hit him with that.
Wow.
Damn.
It's
crucial.
Wow.
Yep. So I'm gonna play some more real quick. Sheesh. Get to the nitty gritty. Wow. Let me continue.
This is my exact point that I'm making. Like, Jewish people have owned the... This is my exact point that I'm making. Like, Jewish people have owned the black voice, whether it's through us wearing a Ralph Lauren shirt, or it's all of us being signed to a record label, or having a Jewish manager, or being signed to a Jewish basketball team, or doing a movie on a Jewish platform like Disney. And we understand it's like, I respect what the Jewish people have done and how they brought their people together. You know, they came into money through the Lord.
So yeah, he's saying he respects what the Jewish people have done with coming together as a community, right? Where do you think they get that from? Where do you think the way that they move is from? It ain't from the Christian church, I'll tell you that much. Because it's a Christian church in our neighborhoods on every block, but it ain't no unity. Everybody's going this way and that way. Everybody got different political views and spiritual views, and everybody think they right out here. But the Jewish community, they got one banner. You know what I'm saying? They live in communities together. They don't even buy real estate. I mean, they don't even live in real estate outside of their communities. They buy real estate and sell it to you and be a slumlord over that real estate. But they got their own communities. They got their own schools. They got their own places of worship. You know what I'm saying? Their own transportation systems. They got everything set up outside of community, and nobody says nothing to them. Nobody says nothing to them. Right. But when the I.S.U.P.K does it, we're the hate group. Wow. We're the anti-Semites. Wow. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones who are criminals and just trying to make excuses and trying to blame everything on somebody else.
So if I could, the Jewish man is totally separate. He's totally separate
right.
from everything that's going on around him. Mm-hmm. He's separate. Mm-hmm. But the black Jews can't be separate.
Right. We can't be. We can't be. We have to love everybody.
Right.
Why do we have to love everybody?
Right.
And nobody else does? The Chinese don't love everybody. They get over here, they set up their shops in our neighborhood, they suck us dry of all of our wealth, all of our money. You know what I'm saying? And they send that money back to their people. They only hire their people. They got Chinese shops where it's really only set up for their people. You know what I'm saying? They got whole Chinatowns, just like the Jewish man. Jewish man got his own cities. The Chinese man got his own cities. The Africans come in here, they do the same thing. They don't join America. They don't become American. They keep their labels. They are Chinese. You know what I'm saying? They classify as Chinese Americans because they live in America. They don't call themselves Chinese American. They don't call themselves American at all. Not the real China. You got some of them that, you know, the Gen Z and millennials, they try to conform to America because they got friends who are American. Chinese, the traditional Chinese, man, he ain't got no ties to America at all. The Arabs, no ties to America. Everybody over here is okay with loving their own. The white man doesn't. He got his own community. He got gated community. And if they see you in that community, what's the brother name that got gunned down? Because he was him too. I'm talking about the one that was looking at the construction site. They said they claim he was looking at the construction. Right.
Or in Georgia, whatever.
Right. Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah.
Gunned him down just because he was jogging in the white neighborhood. Yeah. You understand? Like, everybody else gets to be free to be separate, except for us. We gotta love everybody and everything all the time. It's sickening, man. It's absolutely sickening. And that's another thing that I saw in this interview. It's so heavy. Like, this interview, I'm only gonna play a couple parts, but if you watch this interview, it's sickening, and there's like some things you can take away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like Noriega, he's saying things like, "Oh no, we gotta love everybody. These are our friends. We can't say." Oh man, I'm like, go ahead.
So, like what you said earlier, you know, we are required to love everybody, right?
Right.
But the white man don't even love everybody, and he shows it today, 2022. He's showing he don't love everybody because he don't even love himself.
Right.
The Russian man is against the Ukraine man, and they are the same people, and they don't love. Okay, we just showed it a couple of years ago when the white radicals stormed the White House.
Right.
The white man don't even love everybody. He's showing it amongst himself.
Right.
So why do we have to love everybody? Why do we have to love Chinese people? Why do we have to love the Arab man? Why do we have to love the African man? Why and why is it a problem though when we love ourselves? Like, we can love everybody else, but when we only love ourselves, man, it's a problem. And like, we don't see that. We don't see that. We don't see that when we love ourselves, it's a problem.
But when we love everybody else, we good to go.
If I could.
You got it.
Yeah, that's so true too. Cause like I was saying about the cookout, when you see us at these cookouts, I remember the first cookout I ever went to was out here in Tampa.
Right.
And we just chilling. We throwing the football around, smoking something on the grill,
Right.
all type of stuff. And Esau cannot help but come and see what it's about. Like, wait, you guys are having a get together and I wasn't invited? It's like they have to make it their duty to come over there and be a part of it. You understand? And then when they get told, no, this is just for us, now it's a problem. Now you gotta watch him because he might try to kill everybody there. You understand? Like,
Right.
we can't just love each other. When black people start to love each other, our enemy gets terrified.
Right, man. When we love each other, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the whole world is going to change.
That's right.
The whole world will change.
Mm-hmm.
The whole world will kick into the revolution that Jesus Christ, YAHANNA, kickstarted. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Once that revolution starts and really get into full gear, the whole world is going to change, and that's when Christ will return, and and bring His kingdom, to fruition on the earth.
And you know it too, because shoot, look at how we are now.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have no unity. We got murder and death and everything wrong because we done tried everything else. We done tried being Muslim. Every Negro is a Muslim. Every Negro is a Christian. Every Negro is a what's it called, Catholic. Every nigga is a damn Democrat. Like, we unified in those things that divide us.
Mm-hmm.
But why are we not trying? Why are we throwing this book away? Why are we throwing away our identity? Like, why are we saying no? I ain't with that Israelite thing. Like, what is so wrong with trying it? You know what I'm saying? I ain't even want to say trying it. That's just the word that came out of my mouth. But what's wrong with saying, you know what, we might be Israelites? You understand? We might be the chosen people.
You know what's wrong with it?
Esau don't like it.
No.
Wait, why? Go ahead.
At the same time, then Negroes would have to stop smoking weed.
That's right.
Negroes would have to stop being gay.
Right.
The woman would have to actually be under her man and listen to what he said. You know what I mean? Like, that's why we don't want to do it. Because we're stuck in what we want to do. We're stuck in how we feel instead of how our God feels, what our God thinks. We stuck on what we think, how we feel, what we want, instead of being stuck on what our God said, what He wants, and what He intended for us to be in this earth. And that's why we jammed up, because like you said at the beginning, we don't want to have this order. We don't want to fall in order.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Right. If I could, I'm gonna play this next part in this interview, and then I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 17:4.
Okay.
Matter of fact, let me start at 14:2. Jeremiah 14:2.
Okay.
Since we're gonna be in Jeremiah, it's a good point I want to bring out. So while you get that, I'm gonna play this.
Lawyers, when after Wall Street, when all of the like the Catholics, they wouldn't divorce people. So the Jewish lawyers came and they were willing to divorce people. That's when they first came into their money. So like, say with me and Jay, with our culture, with the darker Jews, first of all,
With the notice it said with the darker Jews. This is why the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is needed. Because then we try to please everybody. Christ wasn't trying to please everybody, man. We just read how he spoke in parables. He wasn't even trying to talk to everybody. He knew people wasn't going to understand what he was saying. Why else would you speak in a language that nobody understands? Why would I speak to you in Ebonics knowing that you won't understand it? Because I don't want you to. I don't want you to understand what we're saying. It was it was a point in history. We was in Vietnam. Black men was fighting in Vietnam, and they started. You wonder where them handshakes came from and how we would dap each other up and do all these. Like now we turn into handshakes and gangs do it. You wonder where that came from. It came from when we was in Vietnam. It was a way of Morse code in a way. It was black code. We would touch each other's hands to send messages, especially when we could at the times when we couldn't speak to one another. We had to shake hands in a certain way and do certain things without touch our elbows together and stuff like that. It was sending a code to each other. You understand? You can do your research and you looked it up. But that's how we were in Vietnam, and they banned that. The American Army banned it. Wow. The American Army banned that whole thing with the handshakes and stuff. They banned it. You know what I'm saying? Because they called it black code, and they were in fear of a rebellion. Like your enemy, like why you on the front lines fighting for him? He still can't stand your blackness. Yep, that's right. Yep, that's what it is, man. We speaking in codes because we don't want everybody to know what we're talking about. It's the same way today. We still do it. We say words that don't have nothing to do with what you're hearing, but we understand it. It's code. I don't want everybody to understand. Christ didn't want everybody to understand this. Christ didn't love everybody, man. You understand? But he trying to please everybody, so he got to choose his words carefully. And especially he got this brother Nori. He on the show with this brother Nori, who will not by any means disappoint Whitey. Like it from my language, I'm gonna say oppressing. All right, no sweat. So you know what I mean. He don't want to upset. Well, he got to show. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get these views and get these Emmys and awards. You can't let some Negro ruin that for him. So he gotta come in and do a damage control on what Kanye West says. You understand? And Kanye West is absolutely headstrong against the Jewish community because of what they've done. It's not because of their skin color. It's not because of who they claim to be. It's because of what they've done. They own all the music industry. They own the Diamond District. They own everything, but we're the ones that make it popular. We're the ones that bring those industries money. We make shoes popular. You know what I'm saying? Look at how many rappers and NBA players got gold chains and diamond studded bracelets and all type of stuff on, and it's making them money. People see us with those things and they go out and buy it. You understand? People hear our rap music and they spend all the money on iTunes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They buying our albums under a Jewish label. We making all the hit TV shows and movies, and they getting money off of us. You understand? But yet they don't give us anything. You know what I'm saying? Which is why if we came together, man, we listen. I believe it was Captain Kapash who said it. Like, if when people spend money on somebody, when people are making you money, and you rely on them for money, if you stood your ground and say, "Hey, look, I'm not doing this unless this change," they'll have to do what you say because they gonna die if you don't help them. That's like if you look back on the strikes and stuff, and the union parties and stuff, like they wouldn't work. So things had to change. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way today. We could rule this place if we just had some unity about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You see what they making us rap about. They make us rap about killing each other and whoring out to each other, selling each other drugs, which is real anti-Semitism. You know what I'm saying? Which is really the hatred against the Jews and the Israelites. When you talk about killing another Israelite, when you talk about robbing him and having sex with his wife, you know what I'm saying? That's real anti-Semitism. But we know that we cannot get a record deal without talking about those things, without rapping about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what sells. That's why Cardi B dresses the way she dresses and raps about what she raps about. Because this is what makes us money. You know what I'm saying? So if we said, "Hey, look, man, we not making no more music unless we can rap about what encourages it, what brings black people together. They'll have to make some changes, man, because they wouldn't have no music. You gotta be willing to have some integrity over a dollar. That's it. I mean, you want to bring something up?
Yeah, if I could, like I gotta say it again. You know what I mean? Like I gotta bring it up again and say it because Kanye West is not mad over the treatment of Negroes. He's not mad about that.
Right.
He's mad because he's falling into that same category regular niggas falling under. He don't want. He should not be in that category.
Right.
He feel like he's done enough. He has, you know what I mean, said enough. He's done what it takes to be in their house.
Yeah, he a billionaire now, so
he's supposed to be in their house.
Yeah, you gonna keep me out? I got $1 billion. He said it like this too. If I could, not to cut you off, but he was like, I got a baby B. You know, nobody understood that, but he was talking about how much money he got. He got $1 billion.
He's supposed to be in their house.
They
supposed to let him in the house. That house that can't stand, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's divided. He thinks he's supposed to be a part of that house.
He wants
instead of being a part of this house. That's the only thing that he is upset about.
Yeah,
if niggas would just, he rapped about it. Yeah. He said, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna make some money and then leave the white woman. You know what I mean? Like, he rapped about it. Yeah. And they was loving it. That's what got him to that level.
Yep. When he
got to that level, and you know what I mean? It's like, you play a video game, you get to the next level, you get to the next level. Just imagine winning the game, and get to the next level, and they just won't let you into the next level.
Right.
For nothing. You won the game, you get it, and they just won't let you in. It's like, that's the only reason why he's mad. He's not mad that niggas are suffering. He's not mad that, you know what I mean, black people are in the ghetto. He's not mad that, you know what I mean, Native Indians are on reservations. Right. He's mad because the white Jew won't accept the black Jew.
The lighter Jew
don't
like the darker Jew.
Right. He thinks it's about, he don't think it's about a bloodline. Mm-hmm. He thinks it's about like money over morals. He just thinks it's money. Mm-hmm. The money game. Yeah. Like what's the big tooth guy?
The big tooth guy?
Family Feud. He said money over morals.
Steve Harvey.
We're in the money game.
Yeah, money.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, money over integrity.
Yeah, he said we're in the money game. You know what I mean? Like that's what Kanye West is at. He's in the money game. He's not in the morals game. He's not in the, you know what I mean, the family game. Right. It might be called Family Feud, but he's with the other family. Right. He's not with his family. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason why he's upset. Because they won't let him in. They won't let him play. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like he done everything.
You wanna what do you say? You wanna hang with the big boys?
Yeah.
They ain't letting him
with the big boys. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like it's not about what we going through. It's about what he's going through.
Yeah. Facts.
It's about what he's going through.
There's nothing affects. All right, you'll hear. Listen, you can hear it in the interview the whole time. That's all that matters to me. Right. You're absolutely right. He don't care nothing about what Ye thinks. Whatever makes Ye happy. Like you take away Ye's kids. Listen, like the brother brought out, nigga. Damn near everybody in the hood getting their kids taken from them. You want to talk about that? Yeah. And it brings me back to what Emmett Till mom said, how she realized, like before her child was killed, the way he was killed, she would hear about the traumas of other people's families and what other people's kids are going through, which is what we deal with every day in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We got problems that we face in America. Right. And when she heard those problems from other families, it was like it meant nothing to her. It's not got nothing to do with me. Right. Then it happened to her. Mm-hmm. And this is when she became active. Mm-hmm. This is when she got a wake-up call. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This is when she finally said, well, damn, all black families are my business. Mm-hmm. They're my family. Wow. it is a while. It's like it's crazy. Like we are a people who have to see it to believe it. We gotta go through. We gotta learn the hard way, like you were saying earlier. We have to learn. We have to get. We gotta feel the heat. Oh, it do burn. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go through it to get through it instead of getting through it without going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like get over it, get around it. You know what I'm saying? This is the shortcut right here. Straight and narrow path, man. Straight and narrow is the path. And you want to go and do everything else, it's going to take us longer, man. We'll be here for another 500 years under our oppressor, getting kidnapped, getting our babies taken from us, being put at the bottom and never owning anything, no matter how much we build that thing up. So if I couldn't play it.
Oh, because you got to happens when anybody starts talking deep. Okay. Yeah. With the darker Jews, the 12 lost tribes of Israel, who we are, because we Jewish also. We from Africa also. We the blood of Christ. So. Okay. Yeah. With the darker Jews, the 12 lost tribes of Israel, who we are. With the darker Jews. First of all, because you kind of happens when anybody starts talking deep. Okay. Yeah. With the darker Jews, the 12 lost tribes of Israel, who we.
Listen, give it up to Commander General YAHANNA in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Because who did Kanye learn this from? Commander General YAHANNA. Who did I.S.U.P.K learn this from? Commander General YAHANNA. Anthony, what's the nigga's name? Carmelo Anthony. It all comes back. Nigga, IUIC, Commander General YAHANNA. They all got it from the I.S.U.P.K.
If I may, like what he said the lost 12 tribes.
Right.
So what is the Jewish man? What tribe is he? Is he the 13th tribe? Is he the 14th tribe? Like, there's only 12 tribes in the Bible.
And he's distinct. He's making a distinction between
the lost 12 tribes. So who is the white man? Oh man, that's it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the brainwashing of white supremacy. Yeah. Like, even though he's acknowledging that that black people are the 12 lost tribes of Israel, he still
That's crazy. What is the white man like? What does he fit in? The Bible says 12 tribes. Mm-hmm. You just call blacks, Hispanics the lost 12 tribes. Mm-hmm. What is the white man then? Yeah. Where does he fit in at? Right. Like Officer Shaw, give it up for him, Officer 5,000 up in Orlando, you know what I'm saying? He said, what does the DNA say?
What does the DNA say?
What does the DNA say?
German,
Russian. What tribe is he?
Right.
I always tell any brother when the Jewish man come and say he's a Jew, ask him what tribe.
Yeah, go straight to that.
Right. Go straight to that. What tribe is he?
Yeah. You're not gonna have an answer.
He's not gonna have. He can't answer that. Yeah. It's over. Once you ask him what tribe he's from, it's over. Yeah. It's done. Then you know what he's gonna say? Basically, he's gonna tell you don't believe in the Bible.
Yeah.
You don't believe it. You know what I mean? You don't believe in Yahweh, this, that, and the third. So you're gonna be like, how are you the Jew then? You don't believe in the Bible. How are you saying you the Jew? It don't make no sense. You know what I mean? It's crazy. That is crazy. Like, yeah, what tribe are you from? That's gonna kill the whole conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna hold on. What's the scripture where it says that you're a false prophet if you don't believe in Christ? This is a scripture that says that. It's like basically it's talking about if you don't believe in Christ, if you don't get the way it said it. Oh, man. No sweat. All right. Let me get Jeremiah real quick. Let me make sure this. No, yeah, that's it on that. So let me get Jeremiah 14:2 real quick.
You want to start at 1?
Yeah, come on.
All right. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. The word of the Most High that came to Jeremiah concerning the dirt. Judah mourning.
Judah, what?
Judah mourning.
Now, this is speaking about the Israelites. This is speaking about Judah specifically. And it's saying that Judah mourneth. What does mourning mean? If you don't know, man, what we do in the I.S.U.P.K, man, this is a school. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. I know when you think about the Bible, you think of motivational speaking and, you know, people telling you everything that you want to hear and never really breaking anything down, just making some type of catchy slogan out of what they're reading in the Bible. Well, we look things up. We study to show ourselves approved. You know what I mean? And we go and get definitions as well. You know what I mean? So, real quick, I'm going to pull up the definition that you got it.
What's that?
Mourning.
Oh, okay, mourning.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay.
All right, so the word mourning, it says the act of sorrowing, an outward sign such as black clothes or an armband of grief for a person's death, a period of time during which signs of grief are shown, meaning this is saying that we are grieving, we are in a sad condition. At least the Judites are. The tribe of Judah is in a sad condition. You know what I mean? Why is this tribe sad? Let me think. I guess because of the poverty, because of the lack of resources, because of everything that makes a nation fall, right? And it sounds like black people to me. Who's the ones in mourning right now? Who are the ones who can't do anything about DCF knocking their door down, taking their babies? Who's the ones that got to go to their oppressors for everything, whether it's a record deal, a basketball contract, some water? You can't catch your own water. You can't really even grow your own vegetables and fruits. Everything is handed to you by your enemy. You know what I'm saying? And every time you turn around, you're marching because your people are dying. Who are the people in mourning? Not the Jewish man. He over there having gay parades. Salaki, he's over there having LGBT parades.
Right.
You understand? He's the happiest. Listen, don't they say gay means happy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's the happiest man on earth. He got everything, every piece of wealth. You know what I'm saying? He sets the rules for his people. He got his own army. He got his own land. What more can you ask for? Mm-hmm.
But man, like, what you bringing out is heavy. Like who the Judah? Okay, Jew is short
Talk
for
to him.
Judah. You know, that's all it is. You know what I mean? Like, the Jew, Jew is short for Judah. You know what I mean? Like
now.
that's who
And
the Jew.
And if I could, and they still can't name their tribe.
Right.
Like it's right there for and when you said that, it's funny because it was like, I'll be thinking that like it's right there. I mean, you call yourself a Jew, you gonna tell me you Judite? Right. No, they'll say it like then they'll think Levi. You had an easy answer, you had an easy out. You could have just been like from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
I couldn't even say nothing there. I'm like, well, shoot, prove it then. Prove you from the tribe of Judah. Because are you in mourning?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so crazy what you just said because that's the position we take in everything. Mm-hmm. Somebody say something. What do we say? We say
prove it. Prove all things.
You come to me with a battle. I'm not gonna prove nothing.
Right.
You prove what you're saying.
Right.
Prove it. You know what I mean? Like, show me in the Bible where it says that.
Right.
And that's where it starts. You know what I mean? Like, now they're on the defensive and you're on the offense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If you could. So yeah, mourning, sadness, man, sorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the darker Jews go through. You know what I'm saying? Those other people, the issues, they don't go through that, man. How could you be sad when you got your own cities? Like all a nigga want is a place to call his own. Listen, Tupac said it. You know what I'm saying? Nigga want a spot where we can kick it.
Right. That's crazy what you just said.
Good.
You said they own cities, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just want to block.
Right. We just want the block.
They own the whole city.
Come on, man. We just want the block.
Out there fighting amongst each other
Yeah.
for the corner.
They fighting.
Somebody's in mourning.
Listen, they can't even get peace in their own house. They gotta fight the roaches and rats for territory.
You know what I mean? We gotta leave our house.
Yeah.
Go out on the corner and fight our brothers.
Listen,
you know, for some crumbs.
We gotta fight our woman.
Yeah.
We can't have we don't have nothing.
That's crazy what you just said. That's crazy what you just said, because today, in 2022, blacks, Hispanics, and Indians gotta fight our women for a crumb, and Christ, you know what I'm saying? A white woman had to fight him for a crumb.
Yep.
Not really fight him, but you know what I mean? She had to plead her case for a crumb.
Yep.
And now, today, 2022, blacks, Hispanics, and Indians are fighting for crumbs.
Yep. The roles are reversed, man. If I could, let me finish up on that scripture.
I got you. Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Mm-hmm.
They are black unto the ground.
They are what into the ground?
Black unto the ground.
Yeah, the only Jews are darker skinned. It's not no also. It ain't no two. You understand? The Jews are dark. They're black unto the ground. Meaning, you reach into the ground, you grab a lump of dirt, you're gonna see all types of different shades. You're gonna see dark brown, light brown, and everything in between. You understand? We got what people would call white niggas. What? Hold on. Was it the Chappelle show? I think it was Chappelle show with Charlie Murphy. He was like, we got all type of niggas. We got short niggas, tall niggas, dark niggas, white niggas. Yo, we got all niggas, man. We got all type of different shapes and size and colored niggas, man. You know what I mean? That's why we teach that it is not about color. It's about your bloodline. You understand? Ain't no like, okay, for instance, Blake Griffin is a Haitian, man. Blake Griffin is from the tribe of Levi. His son would be from the tribe of Levi. Right. But if you look at Blake Griffin's son, you know what I mean, you would think that he was a white boy. If you ignorant, you know what I mean? Bob Marley is an Edomite. He's a Caucasoid. But you would think he was a nigga. You know what I mean? We don't go based off of the color of your skin. We go based off the content of your blood, not even your character.
Yeah, like right here in the same book, Jeremiah, chapter 12, one chapter over, verse 9, you know, it describes.
You said what's happening?
Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 9. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I was going next.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I mean, you can get it. I mean, I think we done with that one?
Wow.
Yeah, you can go. Okay, continue with that.
Okay. Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
They are black unto the ground, you know.
And the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
You know what I'm saying? They are black unto the ground, man. Our gates languish, and we are in mourning. I mean, our leaders have failed us. There's no protection from us. The strong man has been bound and taken out of the house. You know what I mean? And now we don't have that leadership. We don't have a leader to tell us who we are. You understand? But thanks be to the Most High Christ and command journey. You said Jeremiah 12?
Jeremiah 12 and 9.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah. No, you can get that one too. That was definitely a good one. Yeah. If you could, go ahead.
Okay. The book of Jeremiah chapter 12 and verse 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The Most High's heritage is like a speckled bird. What does that mean? When you look at a bird, a speckled bird, man, there's different shades on him. You know what I'm saying? What he's saying is his people, which is what the Most High's heritage is. We are his heritage. We are what he reaps benefits from, basically. Maybe I should say it like that. We are who carries on his lineage. You understand? in our lineage is filled with different shades of people. It's like a speckled bird. We got different colors throughout us all. You know what I mean? This is why you can have two dark-skinned family members who have a baby and he turned out light-skinned or white. You know what I'm saying? With less pigmentation than another. Because all it is pigmentation. You know what I'm saying? But you can't add pigmentation to something that has no pigmentation. You can only play around with it and take it away where you want. You know what I mean? You got brothers who are literally got like, you know, spots. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a dark-skinned sister who has vitiligo. And so she gets spots around her body that are lighter than the other parts of her body. You know what I mean? Because you can take the pigment away. You know what I mean? But the only way you can add it is if, you know what I'm saying, you get some like, black box.
Right.
Go ahead.
Also, like my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Like, you don't know, like our heritage, we don't even know who we are.
That's where I was
going. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know. You just see a bird and you're like, you don't even know, you know what I mean, like who your family is.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And that's, you know what I mean, like that's how, you know, we get jammed up.
Right.
Because, you know what I mean, we look different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We look different, and now we don't even know. We can't even trust one another. We look different.
Right.
And that's the game the white man done laid, or oppressor laid on us. Now it's about looks.
Right.
Instead of bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Now instead of being about the bloodline, it's about how you look. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we get jammed up. You know what I'm saying?
If I could I get Jeremiah 17:4?
17:4.
You can start at 3, actually.
Okay, I got you. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 3.
Because here's the thing, you have to ask yourself, well, why haven't we been taught this? Why haven't we known for as long as we've been here that we are the Israelites, that we are the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Manasseh, Reuben, Gad, Issachar, Zebulun, Asher, Naphtali, Ephraim, Simeon. Why haven't we been taught that this is our nationality? Read that.
Right. Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 3. Oh, my mountain in the field.
Right. Who is the when we read the Bible, man, again, it's written in parables and similes and metaphors. That mountain, man, when you see the mountain, it's not talking about literal mountains. It's talking about kingdoms. You understand? And the if you go up to verse 1, it talks about Judah. Like this, listen, we've been talking about Judah this whole time, which is where the word Jew comes from. You know what I'm saying? If you start at verse 1, it says the sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the tables of their heart and upon the horns of their altars, man. This is talking about the Israelites. And it's saying that Judah is that mountain in the field. Judah is that nation in the field, man. You know what I mean? We out there. We outside. You know what I'm saying? But we the kingdom that it's talking about. Read on.
Jeremiah 17:3. Oh, my mountain in the field.
We the most highest mountain. Go ahead.
Right. I will give thy substance and all thy treasures to the spoiler.
All right. How can a man spoil a man's house if he bind the strong man? And guess what? The Lord told us that was going to happen, man. He told us that all of our treasures and everything that we own and everything that made us great, or not made us great, but everything great that we had, he would give it up. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
O my mountain in the field, will I give thy substance and all thy treasures to the spoiler, and thy high places for sin, throughout all thy borders.
All right, like he's gonna give up our temples, man, the places that we call holy. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we built, he's gonna give it up to be spoiled. You know what I'm saying? To be destroyed, to be filled with sin. Our church is full of sin, man. They serving pork rinds in the back. They put some, pig intestines in the back of the church. You know what I'm saying? The pastor is sleeping with your wife and touching your sons and daughters. You know what I mean? Our high places are giving us a sin, man. Throughout all our borders, everywhere across wherever we at, because we in Australia and Africa and Asia Minor, Asia, Russia, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Let alone in the Americas. So all these places, one thing in common happening to every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian across the whole world. We're in turmoil. You know what I'm saying? We at the bottom. We don't have wealth anymore. When we have wealth, we're being paid by someone way more wealthy than us.
No, I could, like what it's like that assembly that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine a field, like just a field? Picture a field as far as you can see,
right?
And then there's a mountain in the middle.
Right.
There's something great.
Right.
In the middle of a field.
Yep.
Plain field. I mean? Like there's a field, you know what I mean? Like where just, the regular,
hills or just
regular Israelites, but then there's somebody great in the middle of that field.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right, like everybody else is, just normal down in the field, mm-hmm. And then there's something great in the middle of that field. Mm-hmm. Something or someone great in the middle of that field that is meant for a certain people.
Right.
And the Lord said He's gonna give that great thing up to be spoiled because you went against Him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's heavy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's what.
Jeremiah 17:3. O my mountain in the field, I will give thy substance and all thy treasures to spoil, and thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy inheritance.
See, you wonder what happened and why we don't know that we're the Jews.
Right.
Read it again.
Jeremiah 17:4. And thou.
And you, black man.
Right.
You understand? You, Kanye West.
Right.
You what?
And thou,
mm-hmm.
even thyself.
Right. Even you.
Right.
The same man who wants to be joined to every other house except his own.
Right.
The same man who wants the wealth over his integrity. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The same man who, gives up what makes him great mm-hmm. for dogs. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For something less than. Read on.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue.
What does it mean to discontinue? Before we even read on, what does it mean to discontinue? It means to stop, cut off completely. No pause, because the pause starts back.
Right.
This ain't continuing. It's the this and discontinue. Mm-hmm. It means it doesn't continue. Wow. We are stuck in this place without. Okay, let me not jump the gun. But something has stopped. Let's find out what it is.
Verse 4. Mm-hmm. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
From thine what?
From thine heritage.
From your identity.
From thine heritage.
From your culture.
From thine heritage.
From your language.
From thine heritage.
The way you dress.
From thine heritage.
The way you speak.
From thine heritage.
That is your heritage, man. Being an Israelite is your heritage. Being a Jew is your heritage, black man. Take it back, man. Take it back. It starts with keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Why did you lose this? Read.
From thine heritage that I gave thee.
The Most High gave this to us, man. You gonna give it up to go knock on the Jewish man door? You gonna knock on his door? Let me in. I don't want my heritage. I'll be the other Jew. Let me be the other Jew, the Jew that gets to sit at your table. Because, there was a video of him holding the plate while the Jewish man ate from the plate. They was eating ribs and mashed potatoes or macaroni or both. And the Jewish man eating the ribs and putting it back on the plate. And Kanye West sitting there holding it. I approve it.
No, I believe you. So that's what I'm telling you. Like that's what I said earlier, I.S.U.P.K. He's done everything. I.S.U.P.K. Didn't I say that earlier? He's done everything.
Yep.
He's flipped it. He's flopped it. He's tripled it. He's done everything.
Yep.
And now he's hurt.
Ooh.
That they won't let him in the door.
Ooh.
Like he gave it up.
Yeah.
He turned it around, stuck it in. I mean, he did.
Oh man,
he did it.
He took it up the butt.
He
Pause. Salakia, I know I stuck
did
it out.
everything.
Listen, spiritually, and probably,
everything.
Yeah.
He flipped it for him. Imagine you went to a nigga, you say, yo, man, she flipped that.
Yeah, man.
She flipped that thing.
Ooh,
he flipped it for him. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
he flipped that thing.
He flipped it.
And now they won't even let him in the house. He outside.
He outside, man.
He in the tents. He might as well go ahead and celebrate.
He homeless, man. He homeless, man. He hurt by it too, cause he said, yeah, I was over at Kim's house, which used to be my house. I'm like, damn, this nigga destroyed, dog.
Wow.
Bitch, man, homeless, man.
It's messed up.
It is messed up.
I'm telling you, like, he's not hurt because of what you're going through. He's hurt because of what he's going through.
That's right.
Because he flipped it.
Listen.
He flipped it, I.S.U.P.K, and he's hurt.
Take a look at this.
Yeah.
Look at your screen right now. You see this man? It was in fries, ribs and fries.
I see a hand with a plate.
And that's Kanye West's hand.
Okay, and then I kind of see a white man in front of him. Yeah.
Yeah, you see that?
Okay, I see it.
The Jewish devil.
Yeah.
He's eating the ribs out of the plate.
Wow.
While Kanye West is holding them.
Wow. Yeah, he flipped that thing.
Yeah. He gave it up.
He flipped that.
Oh, listen. Lord be with Kanye West, man.
He flipped that thing. No.
Yay. That's your yay be yay and your nay be nay.
Yay when he flipped it. He flipped that thing.
Listen, man. This is why we are discontinued.
That's why
from my heritage, man.
Coming to the Israelite school,
you gotta come to the school. Oh, read on. I would go shop. Read on, because this is Kanye West.
Wow.
This is Kanye West right here. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine inheritance that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Thine who?
Thine enemies.
Who is Kanye West feeding right now?
Thine enemies.
He is serving his enemies, man. Hey, listen, man. The sister says Salakia, the same way he abandoned his own for them, that's how he's getting treated. Right. You're right. You're absolutely right. And listen, he said it. Austin Shock stated it earlier. He made the song and said when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl. Well, he left for a white girl, and now he's being treated like a nigga.
Right. The same thing he did is coming. He's
coming back. It's coming right back on. Yep. Read on.
Yeah.
You gonna serve your enemies.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Right here, a place where we don't even know.
Right.
We don't know this place, man.
Right.
This ain't our home. This is not the place where black people should be getting comfortable.
Right.
This ain't the place where Native Indians should be getting comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That time is over. You should have. Hey, listen. When our brothers, the Native Indians, seen that boat coming over, they should have hurried up and built the wall. They should have built the wall.
You know, I gotta, like, because I saw this thing. Let me tell you, I saw this news thing the other day, and they said that, you know, which they always said whenever, you know, migrants come over.
Right.
And it's like, man, these Cubans, like right now today, there's this thing in the news where there's a bunch of Cubans coming over in mass, you know, quantities. And they are turning them away from the border. And all I can think about is, what if the Native Indians would have turned, you know, Christopher Columbus away at the border?
Right.
Now, they should have turned Christopher Columbus. They should, because, listen, it ain't like they didn't have no defense.
Right.
They had bow and arrows and this, that. But they welcomed the immigrant over here. And now the immigrant has taken over and is in charge of his land that he should have turned them away at the border.
All right.
He should have turned that immigrant away. He should have turned the original immigrant, which is the Caucasian race.
Yep.
We should have turned them away at the border. And we did not do that. And now this is their land that we know not.
And we getting called.
Right. We don't even know our own land.
We don't even know this land.
The native Indian man don't even know his own land.
Yeah, the land of the brave.
Right.
The home of the free.
Right.
Listen, where was Border Patrol when Christopher Columbus came over here, man? Yeah, the Border Patrol. They should have Border Patrol, man. They should have had. They should have had. What is it called? ICE.
Right.
For his ass.
Right.
It's a lot. So, come on, read on, Bubba.
Right.
And then,
17 and 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine inheritance that I gave thee.
mm-hmm.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Mm-hmm.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Yeah, man. We made the Lord hot. We pissed him off, man. We pissed the Most High off, and we don't even know that we pissed him off because of our leaders. Because of because of Al Sharpton, T.D. Jakes, all these so-called black leaders, man, we don't even know that we pissed the Lord off. So we think this is normal.
If I could, like what we just read is heavy, because what you brought out earlier about this is speaking in parables and ebonics and this, that, and the third. Forever does not mean forever.
Mm-hmm.
When niggas say forever, that just means a long time. You know what I mean? Like, that's all this is saying.
Yeah.
Like, the Most High anger is gonna burn for a long time.
That's right.
Through 2021.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not through 2022, but it definitely burned through 2021.
Oh yeah.
A long time.
Through 2021, when COVID started looking like it was over,
yeah,
it just kept getting worse.
Like anger.
What was it before COVID? Okay, no, after COVID, and then it was the monkeypox.
Right, then it was monkeypox.
You know what I'm saying? After George Floyd, then more brothers getting gunned down worse than before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we're not seeing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, it's in parables, and it's if you can't see it, then you're not gonna see it.
Right.
But my thing is, how can you not see it?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Nah, you read on it because, like, you know what I mean? It's just how Negroes talk. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Dog, I've been at this job forever.
Right.
I've been on this corner forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've been there forever, just a long time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Lord's saying. Like, his anger is gonna burn in the ghetto. You're gonna be in the ghetto for a long time.
That's right.
You're gonna be you're gonna be on the reservation for a long time. You're gonna be under this other nation for a long time.
Yep.
Okay? And until you come back to your heritage. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing here in I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? Bringing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians back to the heritage.
Yeah. This is why we don't have a heritage right here. Right. If I could, I think this might be the last one we overturn. I'm gonna get Revelation 2 and 9. So, but it's definitely being an Israelite is your identity, it's your heritage, it's your culture, it's what makes you you. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is your heritage. That's who you are. You know what I'm saying? You are the cultural, you are the law-abiding people. You know what I'm saying? You're the one that showers. You know what I mean? The heathens don't shower. We had to teach Edomites how to shower. We had to teach the oppressor how to bathe their funky behinds. We had to teach them how to brush their dang on teeth, man. You know what I mean? You look at them, look at the Brits, the English people. Their teeth is something crazy. Look at George Washington. His teeth was crazy. His teeth was so bad. He had to put old slaves' teeth in his mouth. Come on, man. We the ones who are a clean, law-abiding people, man.
Wow.
We understand how to, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Because that's our heritage. Every other nation of people, oh my God, the East Indians, funky.
Yes.
You understand? We not that. We're not no funky people. Not if we can help it. Not if we're not being oppressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where we can't afford to. Even when niggas can't afford, they gonna find a way, man. They gonna find a way. They're not just about to be walking around funky. You smell these devils, man. They be walking their dog smelling like the dog. Come on, man. These heathens are not like us, man. We are two different people, two manner of people. You could 9 and 4, I believe.
Okay.
2 and 9.
Yeah. The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. Mm-hmm. I know thy works.
Right. He knows how hard we work, man. The Lord, look, Christ is saying, I know thy works, man. Who is he speaking to? You understand? He's speaking to blacks, Hispanics. Whenever you read in the Bible, it's talking to, when they talking directly, 9 times out of 10, they're talking directly to Israelites. You understand? Because this book is for Israelites. This was happening to Israelites. This ain't just a Bible. This ain't just a book that was written off of the whim of writing a novel. This is what happened. This is a record. Someone was keeping record of what was happening. You understand? And Christ is talking to the Israelites. He said, I know thy works and
tribulation.
All right, you know what you're going through, man. You know exactly what the Israelites are going through. Read.
And poverty.
Read.
But thou art rich.
We rich because we are the Israelites. We rich because we are God's chosen people. You understand? Because at one point, we wasn't always wealthy. And in Christ's time, we weren't wealthy. We was under the Romans. Yep. When Christ was here, man, we were in captivity under the Romans. You understand? We didn't have the wealth we had then when we was in rulership. When we had the whole nation under our foot. You understand? But Christ is talking about the fact that we are royal bloodline. Read on.
And I know the blasphemy.
What is a blasphemy, man? A blasphemy is the worst lie that you could tell against the Most High. So somebody is a liar. Sounds like it. I know the blasphemy of what?
And I know the blasphemy of them.
This is talking about somebody, some people. Read.
Which say they are Jews.
Ooh, who says they are Jews? Who is the people that claims to be Jews, man? Listen, remember, Kanye West said we are Jews too. He's trying to include himself into the people that call themselves Jews because he knows that there are people who call themselves Jews. The whole world knows that there are people who call themselves Jews, and if you say that they're not, you get called anti-Semitic. You get hit with hate speech, and you get canceled for speaking about the people who say they are Jews. But Christ is calling them blasphemers, man. Christ said that I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews. Well, that pepperoni patty hat wearing people over there in our land is calling himself a Jew right now, man. You understand? That's who calls themselves Jews. We don't even call ourselves Jews. We say Israelites. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. Or I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. We don't say Jew. Even though we know that Jew is just a short word for Judah. You know what I mean? We don't have that in our vocabulary. We don't use that word. If you read this in Hebrew, it would say Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't even say Jew like that. It would say Yahweh. Go ahead.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not,
but
are the synagogue of Satan.
They are not the Jews, man. The Amalek is not the Jew. Rothberger and Bergelstein and Eisenhower and Kravitz and all of these damn devils, they are not the Jews, man. But they what?
Are the synagogue of Satan.
Who is the devil the Bible speaks of?
The synagogue of Satan.
They are the synagogue of Satan, man. What are they worshiping? They worship in synagogues. The Jewish man goes to a synagogue to worship. This is talking about him. What is the synagogue of Satan, man? It's the house of Satan. It's the family of the devil, man. These people are the devil the Bible speaks of. And we are the Israelites, God's children, man. You understand? We are the people that the world should be following. We are the people that the world should be calling the Jews. We are the people that the world should be calling the Israelites. But we lost our inheritance, man. We gave it up to be a part of their kingdom. We gave it up to do what they say is lawful instead of what our God said is lawful, man. You understand? So, listen, man, get in class. I want to say the water to everybody who joined in the class today, man. I was the water to Austin and Shock as well. You understand? The water for holding it down with me. Listen, man, pay your tithes. Get in the truth, man. Kanye West is not your leader. You understand? The best thing he could do is point you to us.
Right.
That's the best thing he could do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And pay his tithes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So with that, it's the Israelite School University Practical Knowledge, started on West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, in the Commander Jerry YAHANNA. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers in the class. I.S.U.P.K. Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Hands down. Salaki. Sisters, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. I.S.U.P.K. Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Shamar. All right, guys, dismissed, man. The water, everybody.